Hello everyone, my name's Sharlize. I'm a project coordinator for Spotlight, which is a programme run by our community that helps young musicians get more experience in the music world to help them make it into a profession. We'll go over choosing the right equipment, setting up your PA, mixing your sound, and common mistakes that you might come across. By the end, you'll know the essentials that you need to know to set up your PA system correctly. Let's go! First things first, you'll need your mixing desk. Now, mixing desks can come in all shapes and sizes, but this is pretty much all you need for starting out. The mixing desk is where you plug everything into and where you mix your sound. If you are a solo artist, you will only need two inputs in your mixing desk. One of these will be for your microphone, and the other one will either be for your instrument or for the device that you are playing your music from. If you are in a band, you will need a lot more inputs. This includes one input for every mic for every singer in your band, and also any microphones that you use to enhance the sound of any instruments, including amplifiers or drums. However, generally you don't need to worry about that unless you're playing the larger venues. Basically, the more people that you have in your band means that you'll need more cables, more stands potentially, and also a bigger mixing desk if you need more inputs. This is a Shure SM58. These microphones are commonly used by musicians that regularly gig. This is because they are hard wearing and perfect for the type of gigs that you will do as a gigging professional musician. This is a mic stand. A mic stand holds your microphone nice and steady for you to sing into. As you can see here, I have a speaker. Speakers are the sound output of your PA system and are almost always the heaviest things to carry. Now, there's one thing that you'll need to know about the type of speaker that you choose for your system. This is an active speaker. Active speakers are great to choose if you are gigging in pubs, clubs and restaurants. This is because they have an internal built-in powered amp. The active speaker I plug in and this powers the speakers. As you can see here, I've got my speaker stand and this safely holds up your speaker. This is an XLR cable. XLR cables are most commonly used for you to connect your microphone to your mixing desk. However, they can be used for other things too, such as connecting speakers together if you've got more than one, or connecting instruments that might have an XLR output. This is a jack-to-jack. Jack-to-jack cables are most commonly used to connect instruments like guitars to your mixing desk. However, they can be used for other things, including connecting speakers together if you have multiple, and connecting other instruments that might have a jack output. As you can see in my hands, I have two different types of cables. One of them is threaded. Threaded cables are more hard-wearing than the non-threaded cables. These are perfect for if you're going to do a lot of gigs. They are also very, very good for storing away because they are much harder to get kinks in than cables like this. Always aim for affordable gear that is also durable. To find out more about this, it's always great to do your Googling. If you have a look at different websites, they will tell you the most affordable gear that is the most durable. You can also search for other gear that might have better specs for different things that you need. Make sure everything is turned off before you start setting up your PA system. Uncoil your cables properly. This means no tangles, no kinks, and that when you are finished with them, you'll coil them back up properly. This ensures the durability of your cables. Make sure you handle your mics carefully. Store them in nice bags. You usually get one with your SM58, or you'll probably get one with another microphone that you buy. Don't drop them. I've done this and I now have a lovely big dent in my microphone. It doesn't affect the sound too much, but if you can avoid it, I definitely would. Make sure you put your speaker and your mic stands up securely. You want to avoid any falls and any trip hazards, so try to make sure that they are tucked away in some safe corner of the pub or place that you are gigging in. You want to make sure that they are always set up correctly, because if you're anything like me, I like to clip my phone stand onto my mic stand so that I can look at my chords while I'm playing. Big thanks to Ultimate Guitar. Get help lifting your speakers onto your stands. They're so heavy and you don't want to miss the hole that the stand needs to go into. You also don't want to drop your speaker on your feet, on anyone else's feet, or damage them. They are so expensive, don't do that. The mics must stay behind the speakers. You will get feedback squeals if you don't do this. Check all inputs and outputs are plugged in to the right place. And if you're using active speakers, don't forget to turn up the volume on the back of the speaker too. Take time to set it up yourself and ask plenty of questions. The more you practice, the easier and faster you will get at it. Always make sure that the heavy lifting is supervised. Make sure you also watch for any trip hazards that you might come across. This includes cables and the legs of your stands. If you are getting no sound, make sure that your cables are plugged in correctly. Is it still quiet? Check the right channel is turned up on the desk and on the speaker. If you're getting feedback, move your mic behind the speakers and lower the gain. Have you got a strange buzzing? Try a different cable. When patting down, make sure that you again have assistance when you're lifting the speakers off from their stands. My speakers sometimes get stuck on their stands, which means that I need to give them a wiggle. And with the speaker being quite heavy, that is sometimes quite hard. It is better to have someone grabbing the speaker stand from underneath while I pull the speaker from the top. Try to make sure that you are coiling your cables correctly. In my opinion, it's always best to buy some good quality cables. If you look after them correctly, then they'll look after you, and you'll have them for years. When coiling cables, my trick is always to make sure that there are no knots in first. Once you are sure that there are no knots in your cable, then you can start to coil. When coiling, you want to shake your cable out a little bit, and then loop it around in your hand. The cable should have a natural coil, so try to follow that coil as much as you can. If you feel like you're getting resistance when coiling your cables, give them a little bit of a twist in your fingers. This always helps. Once you have finished coiling your cable, you can either put them straight back in your bag, or you can give them a knot on the end to make sure that they stay in that coil. I prefer to give them a knot, just to make sure that when I'm putting them in my bag with my other cables, they aren't getting tangled. And that's it. Now you know how to set up, mix, and pack down your PA system correctly and safely. Remember, stay calm, stay positive, and always double check your setup. If you have any questions, please do let us know. We're happy to answer them. Thank you everyone, hope you have a great day and we'll see you soon.